Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. Okay. So, yes, I feel led to do a quick energy check. It has been a very long time. I don't do readings that much anymore, but I think I'm coming back. I think it's making a comeback. So, the cards that I am using today are my own cards. Let's see if I have the other cards. Oh, they're over there. But these are my own cards, and that's why I call it a tribal um, um, wand, pentacles, and all that. But it's just my own interpretation on these handmade cards. All right, so let me go ahead and shuffle. I don't want to delay. I do have the comments on for those who want to comment as I do this reading. So far, nothing has popped out yet. However, click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, please. Thank you. That might have been something, but it didn't make its way out. So, yeah, so I think I'm going to focus on more readings lately, going forward for more than here. I don't know if that's called shuffle or what. Yeah, so this is a good time to kind of, get an idea as to what we need to be focusing on. Oh, here's something, guys. Oh, isn't that something? The reason why I say, isn't this something? Hi, hello. I see a couple people in. Hello. Click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you. Um, I just pulled the first card. And what's special about the first card is it was the only card missing in the deck when I got started. So I had to like add it in there and then shuffle real good and all that. And then boom, it's the first card that comes out. And it's the Four of Pentacles. And when I added the card to the deck, I wrote in there the wild card on there, Four of Pentacles, the wild card. But I also put on there, family is set for years to come. So however your family is now, currently, it may be set in this mode for years to come, like up to 20 years. I don't know why I put that on there, but I had just wrote it on there before I started. It says, why is it so dark? Why dark? Oh, because I didn't feel like getting dressed and made up and all that. So, okay. So the next card that is out is Nine of Swords. Changes. So if the family is set for years to come, that means that you don't need to make any major changes. It also reminds me of like younger families, like families where you have like, like the younger parents and the kids are maybe like in elementary, middle school, no more than high school kind of thing. So when you're in that mode, I mean, you're in that mode for a while, just raising kids through a school district kind of thing, or there's just homeschooling or whatever. But the Four of Pentacles means that whatever family decisions that you've made recently, You're probably going to be in this mode for a while. But then we have the Nine of Swords, saying that, yeah, you're going to have to pray your way through this phase of life. Um, you know, in this mode for a while, or can expect to, so to speak, depending on your situation, of course. Um, there's going to be a lot of changes, and you're going to have to pray your way through it. It also says, yeah, it's like you have to pray through the worry. Good fun days. Yeah, it's fun raising kids, but it's a commitment, and it lasts for so many years, like at least a good 20 years of your life. Um, and for some people, they can be very depressed during that time because kids ground you. You can't really move around as much as you want. And some people may have pets or may have parents, family members that you're responsible for if you don't have like children. It says, remember, you were prepared for this journey via desires, passion, and resources. So, yeah, some people have spent, years setting up to have a family. And as soon as they have a family, it's like, whoa, you realize how much prayer is needed to get through it. Thank you. Someone says true. Um, and then it says, no regrets, face it. So, yeah, once you commit to raising a family, there's no time to regret. I mean, you may have to pray your way through the challenges and things, but you have to face it. You have to face the choices you make during this time and know that the choices you make for your family during this time one day will reap. You're going to reap the harvest of it, the consequences, even whether good or bad. It says socialize more and relate. So, yeah, never isolate while you're raising your family. You need more resources than ever before when raising a family, or when you're, committed to a career or a job, or, committed to being responsible for other people in general. Again, we're talking what generational wealth management for the long term, generational legacy, planting, laying down the foundation. Let's see what other card we have here. Ew. Um, maybe started off rocky, kind of bad. In this case, in this situation, maybe the family is recovering from a rocky start, bad beginning, or something like that, because the bad card came out. Um, and so, wherever you are now, even though you maybe coming out of a bad place, coming from a bad place, wherever you are at now, you're gonna have to, pray through this time. You need to be committed. Even if things are bad, stay committed, stay. I mean, I know people say, what do you mean stay in a bad situation? No, no, I didn't say stay in a bad situation. I said be committed to raising a family, that you're going to have good days and bad days. Just because some bad stuff pop up don't mean you just, hit the road. You know what I mean? You got to face, your commitment. Face your commitment with no regrets, you know. Let's see what's after this bad card. Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, if you endure the bad times, then you know, you will have the money to commit Even it says take the path. Yeah, like it says spirit and emotions is moving your wealth to provide for generations to come. So yeah, you can endure, your career, family life, your commitments, your own choices for the long term, for the long haul. You will have money. You will have the benefits. You will reap the rewards, and it can be felt and have an impact for generations to come. Like, I'm a mother, I have two daughters, and I have eight grandchildren. That's three generations that I represent. Two generations come from my womb, my own womb. So the decisions that I make for my own self today has an impact on my children, two daughters, and my eight grandchildren. That's what I mean for generations to come. I'm looking at two generations. So, you know, and if you lead and guide your family in ways of like business, property ownership, set them up with inheritance and, trust and things like that. Consider next level financial planning for your family. And we're not just talking, money only, of course, here. One of these cards here, we were talking about like, emotional growth, spiritual growth, moving your entire family emotionally. I'm one of those people. I grow, develop my family, of the quote unquote weakest link, which is usually the newborn, the youngest person in the family. How strong are they? What's their position in the family, their purpose, you know, things like that. So that's what I have today, guys. Let me see, is there another card I can? Oh, the King of Wands. The King of Wands. Okay, so, all right. So, yeah, we have the masculine energy, um, wants to be on fire, wants to be fruitful and multiply, you know, um, has internalized this passion and drive to be spiritual and inspirational, and the masculine energy is willing to be balanced and willing to mingle and get involved with the family, being solid for like for a long time. Hmm. Okay, willing to work through the challenges. Yeah, the divine masculine energy here for what I can see. Even if you're a female, even if you're a woman, you're a female. Um, like in my case, I'm a female, but I'm solo divorced, so I'm on my own, so to speak. And and I'm making some really boss moves. You know, I'm really putting a lot of thought and energy into my family's future, our financial future, I have two daughters and those eight grands I was talking about. Um, I'm concerned about, um, not only just concerned, but I'm working. I mean, aggressively working toward making sure that their future is financially secure, emotionally secure, spiritually secure, as I can contribute. Now they gonna have to work their butt off too and contribute as well, because we're talking generational wealth as far as the generations can expand from us. And so far, we're doing great. I'm one person who produced two, and one of my daughters produced eight. So if that's not called being fruitful and multiplying, and the fruitful part is that we're all still united, we're all still together, have access to one another, have a great sense of purpose. I do. I know each one of my daughters, I have a good sense of purpose of, who they are and what they should be doing, while they're alive. You know what I'm saying? And my grandchildren, I've officially have met each one of them. I've had an opportunity to pray over them and get a sense of who they are too. So that gives me the ability to really fine tune, that King of Wands energy in my family life, create balance, you know, be able to spiritually inspire each one of them, for generations to come. Because the legacy, the interaction, um, that I have with my children today, my grandchildren today, they will be able to speak about these things to their children. You know what I mean, guys? So this is greater than just money. You know, we're talking inspired by how we live and interact with each other on a daily basis, every day. Try to pray for your family members. Try to see them, spend time with them if possible. Some cases, of day, they give you the support you need to maintain those. Even when there are challenges, work through them. That's where the quote unquote bad card come in. Work through those challenges. At least that's what this reading is saying. You know, yeah. So whatever you're doing, you know, this is going to be probably sticking for, several years to come. Whatever recent commitments you've made, you know, you're going to be in this mode for a while. Thank the Lord that I am committed to Most High only at this point in my life, to myself. I am not, quote unquote, legally married to anyone, supposedly, and it's just me over my own children. There's no one else but me, making decisions over my children. Praise the Lord. Now, my children are 30, they're in their 30s, my daughters. The youngest is 31. You know what I'm saying? 31, 34, and all that, or whatever they are. And they're grown women. One has 8 children, a husband and stuff. She's separated, thank the Lord. But, um, you know, I don't have negative influences over us anymore. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. And so, you know, it's me now, guys. I'm like, wow, I didn't think I would ever see this day. I never expected to be divorced at this point. But now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. What was I so afraid of? you know, I'm not doing that bad, And we've had some challenges. Oh, yeah, and still do. But we're getting through them. A lot of prayer. So, again, click like, subscribe, support my channel. I hope that this reading resonate with someone. Um, hang on to your family and friends. You know, hang on to them through prayer. That's the best way to hang on to them. Pray, 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 and and consider long term planning for your family right now, financially, spiritually, emotionally. Plan to be around for a while. Whoever you're with, they say love the one you're with, love the one you're with. And I'm thankful that I'm with my family. I'm so thankful. And some people may say, well, why wouldn't you want to, be married or, be booed up or whatever? Um, I've spent the majority of my life booed up. And for the first time in my life, it's kind of like just me. And I'm going to take my time to get to know me more. I'm going to get to date myself, you know, find out what I like and don't like. And, get up when I want to, go to bed when I want to, you know. Like I said, most importantly, oversee my family's future for generations to come. That's the most important thing. I love that. I'm not giving that up, you know? And it has nothing to do with being old, ugly, and unwanted and all that other stuff, right? It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with I love the liberty. I love being in charge. I love running things. I just do. And I think I do well, you know. And I just can't wait to have the the amount of resources that I need to really shine at it. You know what I mean? You know. But if that never happens, oh well, as long as my children and grandchildren are effectively launched, then I've done my job. So thank you for your support and listening to me. I will do more readings mostly according to my cards. You know, I like the way I put my cards together, but I do use the other cards too. Sure do. All right, you all be blessed. Thank you.